The DMs are real. So if y'all want to still see those, maybe I should post them. And honestly, if it were about any other human being on this planet, I wouldn't even give a f and put my 2 cents in. But the fact that it's blue cheese and Stewie, why not have a little fun? He's having a ball on his Instagram, and so why can't we?
The moment Hazel E hopped online and said Blueface had a secret gay lover, everything around him snapped open like a cracked screen, and the drama spilled out fast. Real receipts started flying, the kind he's been trying to dodge ever since Chrisean claimed she found gay content in his search history, and now it's all circling right back to him. Blueface went off on Hazel E for exposing his alleged secret lover, while Chrisean stood on the side cheering the chaos like it was her entertainment for the day. But before anything else, you got to see this because it sets the whole energy of what's coming next. Hazel E FaceTimed Blueface to flex her post-gym body, and Blue literally flashed that chat like someone caught sneaking a phone in class, all jumpy and nervous.
Spot for me?
Do I need it?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Damn. That be looking like a golden retriever. Okay.
You don't want no golden retriever no more. You want a German Shepherd now.
That's when things started heating up, because Hazel wasn't just showing off. She claimed Blue had been flirting hard, sending her money, flying her out, and telling her to stay loyal, even though he was already juggling 3 other women and still arguing with Chrisean over his son. Every part of this is wild. But before diving deeper into those receipts, here's the bomb Hazel dropped online that made everybody sit up instantly. She said Blueface straight up asked her to stay quiet about his male friend, the one he was supposedly a little too close with.
Also, speaking of Blueface, all this chit chat got me thinking about that time I posted these pics on Instagram a couple months ago. Check the material. Very much she a baddie, she knows she a 10, she a baddie with her baddie friends. Why did this happen after? I wasn't gonna go there, but babe, I'm bored.
She didn't fully say the man's name yet, but she hinted just enough for the internet to start connecting dots and dragging up that old viral thread where a gay influencer posted actual videos claiming he had a relationship with Blueface. This whole thing is spiraling fast, and it's only getting messier. Now, you're gonna have to decide for yourself at the end of all this, but before we go any deeper, let me slide in something that's going to matter big time later on. People forget that Chrisean already tried to warn everyone about this mess way back when she was still with him. She went on X saying she found gay content in Blueface's search history, and she didn't sugarcoat a thing. She said, "Let's talk about how I saw gay content in your recent search history. Nothing wrong with being bisexual. Just let her be know before she falls in love." That right there was the spark that lit a whole new fire, because Hazel ended up using that exact moment, that same history, to accuse Blueface of being on the DL. And that's when Blueface snapped so fast, he didn't even breathe between words. He started calling her too old and talking about dropping her from his roster, but the real reason he blew up wasn't the age comment, and it wasn't the so-called breakup. It was what Hazel was about to reveal, because she hinted she had something major sitting in the vault, and Blueface knew exactly where she was going with it. So when Hazel cracked that door open and hinted about that male friend, everything shifted immediately. Not in hours, not even in minutes, but instantly. Blueface ran online like he was trying to erase the whole situation in real time, flipping the script and trying to clown her instead of addressing what she said. And the first thing out his mouth? He jumped on IG talking about, "I'm officially letting Hazel go from the roster. You too old to be acting this young. I'd rather be with a young beat." He thought that was going to distract everybody, but all it did was make people look harder. But Hazel wasn't letting him slide with that deflection at all. She fired right back with something he did not see coming, a screenshot showing the $5,000 he sent her just days before he tried to act like he kicked her off the roster. And that's when everything started drifting into real, strange territory.
I'm officially letting Hazel go from the roster. Hazel E, you are too old to be acting this young. We're done. Dead on me. We're done. I'd rather be with a young bitch, if you feel me?
Hazel didn't just drop the money transfer. She slapped on a caption that had people reading it twice like their eyes were glitching. She wrote, "You sent me that to stay down and deal with your ish, but now I'm the old one?" That line alone had the whole internet raising eyebrows because the timing was way too close to her hinting about that male friend situation for folks to brush it off. And then things got even weirder because Hazel wasn't done. She kept posting more receipts like she had a whole archive ready to go. Meanwhile, Blue popped up in fresh footage at his King of Crabs restaurant with another woman named Akira DMT, kissing on her like everything was normal and he hadn't just been exposed online seconds ago.
Okay, let me try it again. Maybe my arms are too short. Bon appetit, bitch.
Yeah.
Mm.
The switch up had everybody looking sideways. Hazel reacted immediately, and she didn't hold back for a second. She called Akira trailer park trash, but the real shocker was what she mumbled under her breath on IG, the part that made the whole timeline stop cold. She said, "I kept your secret, but I'm not doing that anymore. Not a secret, your little secret."
You're being disrespectful as fuck, kissing and trailer park trash all in the lips, taking and eating, sucking crab legs together. You've given me money before. You just sent me 5 bands the other day telling me to stay down so I can put up with your That's not enough. It's really not enough, honey. I'm done. You rather have a young bitch? Yeah, look at what you got.
That whisper alone had everybody leaning in like they were trying to turn the volume up on their phones. Then she hinted Blue wanted monogamy from her but couldn't give the same energy back, and she added that people already know exactly why he couldn't. That's when fans started digging deeper, because earlier on, Blue had done an interview where he casually admitted he missed his ex while he was still out here entertaining Hazel like nothing was wrong.
You said Chloe, right? Yeah, she's beautiful. Oh, yeah, I miss her little ass, I ain't gonna lie. But that's probably my favorite one, and then my worst one.
Once folks caught that, the whole timeline started connecting dots, and it didn't take long before someone pulled up another messy detail. Blueface's own mother had already accused the relationship of giving straight sugar mama vibes, and that comment spun everything in a different direction.
I mean, I'm just now learning that this could be a sugar mama situation. I'm gonna have to wait and find out.
Carissa said she had no idea Hazel was 17 years older than Blueface. She thought Blue was just chasing clout again until she told her followers it's giving sugar mama. That comment alone set the internet off because suddenly everybody was questioning who was using who and why the entire situation felt so twisted. And for Carissa to be saying all that while Hazel is hinting he's got a whole secret man on the side, that took it to a brand new level. Hazel wasn't finished, not even a little bit, because what she was about to throw out there was the one thing Blueface never wanted the internet to bring back up. Even Chrisean had hinted about it before, right before she started clowning him publicly. And once Hazel said it, Blueface basically lost control of the whole narrative in real time. The second Hazel suggested Blueface had a man on the side, the timeline moved faster than his entire roster rotation, and instead of cooling things off, she lit the match and kicked the fire wide open. She posted another IG story, now deleted, but even though she didn't say much, she said enough if you catch the vibe. She wrote, "You want monogamy, but you wasn't being real about who else you are entertaining. No names, no photos, but trust she didn't need to, because the internet took it from there." Within minutes, everybody started resurfacing those old viral jail photos of Blueface posted up with that one dude fans always call his boyfriend. And these weren't regular shoulder bro hugs. These were close, leaned-in, hand-grabbing poses that had the internet confused from the first day they dropped. People were already side-eyeing those pics years ago, and now Hazel's comments made the whole thing spark up all over again. Then someone pulled up that interview Blueface did where he casually talked about how being around men for too long in prison made him deal with temptation, and he claimed he had to handle it whenever he caught himself feeling tempted.
We know you've been with You know, you've been that guy, you've been with a lot of chicks. How hard is it to go to being locked up and not seeing any women? It's all dudes. So I have a real high, like, drive, all the time. And then I just lost it, like, as time went on. I just kind of, like, lost my, you don't even think about it. Yeah, you know?
The jokes online were instant. People were typing faster than their phones could keep up. And right when the internet thought it couldn't get messier, Hazel landed her next hit, the one she knew would cut the deepest. She said, "Don't play with me when you know exactly why you panicked the moment I mentioned your close friend. I kept quiet long enough." That line sent shockwaves through the whole timeline because she basically confirmed she'd been holding back something major this entire time. That's when Chrisean jumped into the mix like she'd been waiting for the bell to ring. She swung at him immediately, saying he was out here messing up his own life dealing with older women. And she didn't stop there. She added, he digging his own grave messing with these older women. He know I'll do him like I did Ronnie.
Or find a grave to dig up. Every time somebody really played with me, always get hurt. So I'm giving a warning. Just like how that nigga. See, look, I ain't even finna go there.
Suddenly the drama went from messy to downright chaotic, and everybody watching could feel the tension through the screen. Why did she slip up and say Ronnie's name like that? The whole timeline froze because people know Ronnie passed away just days after asking her for a DNA test, and that comment had everybody's stomach dropping. The comment section went wild instantly, but Chrisean wasn't finished. She circled right back and reminded everyone about something she said months ago, something people thought was just her talking messy until now. Suddenly, it all felt way too coordinated. Hazel with her hints, that influencer from 2023, the old jail pics, Blueface's own interviews, and now Chrisean repeating the same storyline. It all lined up in a way that felt way too organized to be a coincidence. And Blueface's reaction made it even stranger because he didn't address the accusations at all, but he didn't deny a single thing either. Instead, he went straight into full chaos mode. And that leads us to the part everybody's been seeing all over the internet, the part where things get 10 times worse. Blue's next move wasn't a clapback. It was a meltdown right in front of everyone's eyes. The moment those accusations about a secret lover started circling, the moment Hazel's influencer receipts resurfaced, the moment Chrisean's old post about his search history got revived, Blueface didn't even try to clear his name.
If any bitch got more patience than you at 45, you're out of here. Cancel Christmas.
He did exactly what he always does when things start hitting too close. He started deflecting hard. First thing he did was jump online, throwing age jokes like confetti at a middle school pep rally, trying to distract the timeline from the real topic. He said, "If any B got more patience than Hazel left 45, you out of here." It was giving panic, not confidence, and everybody watching could see it. But while he was online laughing like nothing was happening, Hazel pushed even harder. She dropped another set of messages, now deleted, showing Blueface texting her late at night, checking in, apologizing for being busy and telling her to stay down and don't switch. And then came the message that had everybody's alarms going off instantly. In one text, Blue allegedly wrote something that made the whole internet stop scrolling. You know how things get when I'm around him? Suddenly, that male friend hint wasn't so mysterious anymore, and people started connecting the timing with the nights he went missing after being seen with the same dude from those jailed photos. That's when folks realized this wasn't just random mess. The timeline started stitching the puzzle together fast. Then, out of nowhere, Hazel said something that made everybody freeze for a second. She posted, "I'm too old? You are a convicted felon. Let's start there." And that's when it stopped feeling like a breakup argument and started feeling like Hazel was peeling back layers Blueface had been dodging for years, stuff he never wanted dragged into the light. And right when Blue thought he had taken the narrative back again, Chrisean came swinging with a hit that made the whole room go silent. She reposted that old viral clip of Blueface asking his own son if he was gay, the same clip that had people calling his parenting unsettling way before Hazel ever showed up in the story. In the video, Blueface says, "You gay or something? It's cool if you are, I still love you."
Are you gay?
No.
What the fuck are you talking about? Come on, take it with me. Good. Good or better from Hey guys, he's not gay. We got hope.
What is that?
If you ever decided to be gay,
Okay.
I would be upset. But I would still love you. And I would still support you and take care of you.
I'm not that.
Cool.
What else you got?
And when that clip resurfaced in the middle of all these accusations, it turned the conversation into a whole different level of messy, with people questioning everything all over again. Now, here's the thing. Nobody was mad about what he said in the clip. The issue was how it added even more pressure to the storyline Hazel was building. By this point, the internet had the gay influencer claiming Blue was his boyfriend, the jail photos showing him hugged up with that same close friend, Blue admitting he dealt with temptation around men in prison, Chrisean saying she found gay content in his search history, and Hazel claiming he panicked the moment she mentioned that male companion. Everything was stacking up like a tower ready to fall, and instead of addressing any of it, Blueface shocked the internet again by suddenly popping out publicly with Nevaeh, the woman from his Baby Girl music video, like everything was normal. The timing was terrible and way too suspicious, and people instantly felt like he was scrambling to change the narrative right in front of everybody's eyes. But the real explosion came when Hazel revealed the one thing that tied the whole situation together, the thing Blueface clearly never wanted the public to see. And that's what's coming up now, because this next part, it's messy, it's wild, and honestly, it could damage somebody's whole image. Just when everyone thought Hazel was done talking, she dropped something that glued every suspicious detail into one giant storyline. She posted a now-deleted voice note, not the actual audio, but a transcript screenshot, where Blue allegedly told her, "You know I don't trust dudes around me no more after jail. I stick with who I know."
Their own gang.
The gay dudes?
Yeah,
There's a gay gang in
It's
prison?
called Gay Boy Gangsters, brother. They got their own car, nigga. It's a bunch of gay niggas, and then basically if you one of them, you gotta they gonna come and get you type.
Wait. In prison, there's a gang called the Gay Boy Gangsters?
Yeah, on the PC yards, on the 50-50 yards.
Oh.
That one line flipped the entire internet upside down. Fans immediately linked it to that old clip of Blueface talking about LGBTQ groups in prison, where he was laughing but looking just a little too tense under the humor, like he was trying to joke his way through something he didn't really want to explain. Once people connected that clip to Hazel's screenshot, the whole timeline turned into one giant investigation thread, and the energy got even messier than before.
We know you've been with, you've been that guy, you've been with a lot of chicks. How hard is it to go to being locked up and not seeing any women, it's all dudes?
It's actually like different. Actually, like I used to have a real high like sex drive all the time, and I just lost it. Like as time went on, I just kind of like lost my.
You don't even think about it.
Yeah.
Did you once?
All the time. Hell yeah.
Okay, so how do you do that? Do you just use your mind? Like, do you have any like?
Man, after so long, you can envision like that person that you was like.
It wasn't the joke that shook people. It was how perfectly that joke lined up with the exact timeline Hazel was putting together. Then, somebody resurfaced that old clip where Blueface said being locked up around men for too long started messing with his mind and he had to handle temptation. That's when everything around him started cracking. Because Hazel wasn't calling him gay, she was calling him secretive. She was calling him panicked. She was calling him dishonest about the parts of himself he never wanted anyone touching. And while all this was circling, Blueface kept acting unbothered, out eating seafood with Nevaeh, posting jokes, throwing distractions out like confetti, hoping the noise would fade. But it didn't. Because that's when Chrisean blew the final punch, the one that hit harder than anything else. She reposted that old clip from earlier where she said she regrets having their son because evil is too close to him. And this time the impact was way heavier. Suddenly, people understood she might not have been talking about cheating or the fights or the disrespect alone. She could have been talking about secrets. She was talking about patterns, the parts of Blueface that keep slipping out in those moments he can't control, the things he keeps trying to bury but somehow always resurface at the worst possible time.
So when he get older and see this shit, only part he gonna see is defending him as his mama. Okay? Like, it's like I wouldn't even, honest to God, that's why sometimes I wish I never had my kid because of the evil stuff that's
Carried over your head?
No, it's like just how the evil in the world. Yeah, it's so much evil, but even it's close to my kid. It's in his daddy, it's in his grandmother, it's in the people that...
And the wildest part, even with Hazel exposing him, even with the influencer's old receipts coming back, even with the jail photos, even with his own interviews floating around again, even with Chrisean clowning him in front of the entire internet, Blueface still refuses to answer the real question. Why did he mention that one specific man who could fold him instantly? That's the question hanging over everything right now. So here's where this whole situation lands. And honestly, this might be the first time Blueface can't outrun a storyline even if he tried. Hazel didn't just expose a breakup. She cracked open a door he's been told to keep shut for years. Just think about what surfaced in the matter of hours. The $5,000 receipts, the hint about that close male friend, the text where he panicked the second she brought him up, his own interviews talking about temptation in prison, the gay boy gangsters clip, the old jail photos people keep questioning, the influencer claiming he had something going on with Blue, Chrisean bringing back the search history situation, and her saying the evil around their son was connected to Blueface, his own mother calling out strange patterns, all of that stacked together. And even with all this swirling around, Blueface couldn't deny anything. All he did was call Hazel old, switch girls 3 times in 1 week, and pretend none of this touched him. But nobody was buying that act anymore. Even fans who normally defend him started asking the real question. Not, is Blueface gay, because Hazel wasn't even pushing that. The real question became, why is he terrified of one specific man being mentioned? Because every single time Hazel or anyone online brought up this mysterious dude, Blueface's whole mood shifted instantly, like they hit a nerve he never wanted touched. His reactions were louder than any accusation, and people could feel it through the screen. Meanwhile, Chrisean is sitting in the back laughing like someone who already watched this whole movie months ago. She knows him too well. Hazel clearly knows enough. And Blueface's reactions, they're starting to say way more than any screenshot ever could. So I'm leaving you with the same question the entire internet is fighting over. Is Hazel lying, or did she finally trigger the one secret Blueface can't joke his way out of? Did the secret lover accusation hit way too close to home, or is Blueface just spiraling because he lost control of his own narrative? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, share this with your people, subscribe for more messy updates, and I'll see you in the next one.